Hello everyone, my name is Robin and welcome back to Doki Switcheroo. So in the last episode, just like the vanilla game, we present our poems to everyone. Natsuko and Yuri get into a fight. We easily handle it, rewrite another poem, and now we're here to present again. So we will continue from there. Another day passes as it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. I enter the club room drowsily. Natsuko and Mateo aren't here yet, and Yuri is busy reading his book. Satori is sitting at a desk across from the room with his face resting in his hand. He's probably as exhausted as I am. I quietly slip into the seat next to him. Yo, Satori. Wait, why do I feel like I called him Sayori? I don't know. Don't you yo Satori me? Well, someone's grumpy today. Gee, I wonder why that is. I smile a little to myself. Yesterday after school, Satori came over to hang out and we ended up playing video games all night. What time did we stop playing? Well, we fell asleep at around 4. The console was still on when we woke up. We didn't stop playing. We simply passed out. You know, I only agreed to come over if you promised to turn the games off at a reasonable hour, but you didn't. And now we both look like zombies. I hope you're happy. Well, I am. And you should be too. You may be tired, but at least we had fun. Besides, all we need is a little snack to boost our energy. I'm starving. Me too. Do you have money? No. Do you? No? Hey, Satori. Oh. Yep. What? You hold him down. I'll take his wallet. Are you insane? I can hear everything you two are saying. In any case, assaulting me would be pointless. I haven't got any money either. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after you two pulled that irresponsible little stunt last night, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Jeez, dude. I didn't mean that. I got to his word in my book. What the hell is he reading? How to be a serial killer in 10 easy steps? No worries, Yuri. I like when you speak your mind. Doesn't happen often, but it's a fun side of you. Thanks, Satori. Natsuko walks in. What's he gonna say? He appears to be in a chipper mood as he greets us all before making his way to a desk in the back of the room. Alright then. I put my nose to the air and sniff. There's that sweet scent again. Satori notices my demeanor change. You smell something? I continue to sniff the air silently. Satori sits up. What is it, girl? What do you smell? Sniff it out! I have become locked on Natsuko, who is cheerfully pulling a notebook and pencil out of his bag. The scent intensifies when he unzips the bag. I look at Satori confidently. Our stomachs rumble deeply. Oh, they're gonna ambush him now! All logic gives in to a desperate hunger. We both get up and suddenly make our way towards Natsuko. Hey guys, how's it go? He trails off. Satori takes a seat on the side of him and I take a seat on the other side. Our unblinking gazes are locked on Natsuko's confused face. He fidgets nervously. What are you guys staring at? You smell like cupcakes again. Natsuko becomes increasingly nervous. He looks at Satori for mercy. We're starving, Nat. Where are they? Natsuko looks at me, visibly sweating. Come on, dude. We're languishing here. In sheer panic, Natsuko finally peers at Yuri. Yuri! It would be best for you to relinquish the sweets unless you wish for them to feast on you instead. Yuri doesn't even take his eyes off his book. Sometimes, something tells me that even if our intentions were aggressive, Yuri would continue nonchalantly reading. Satori and I lean in closer, trapping Natsuko even more. Nat, feed us! Finally, Natsuko stomps his foot in defeat. You two are bullies, you know that? Ugh, fine. Here, you pair of ravenous wolves. I'm gonna share him anyway. Natsuko reaches into his bag and pulls out a tin. He tosses it on the desk behind him. The top pops off from the forest, revealing a variety of beautifully decorated fancy cookies. Without thinking, Satori and I are on it instantly. I can only imagine the grimacing looks on Yuri's and Natsuko's faces. The noises we make as we devour the cookies are probably horrific from their perspective. In seconds flat, we both retreat, leaving behind only a few broken cookies at the bottom of the tin. Ah, you practically ate them all! You savages! Here, you forgot the tin. Natsuko tosses the tin across. Yuri gives an amused chuckle. Satisfied, Satori and I trot away. That sugar boost was just what we needed. We're sorry, Nat. Raven and I were just so hungry. Yo, you want okay? One? You want me an entire batch? You bottomless pit? Jeez, Mateo, can you please tell these two? You know, usually it's Sayori that's usually like the one that usually endorses and this type of stuff. But now it's like both of them, and I think the reason is because, well, Well, I think because maybe with the Femzy being a girl, I don't know. I mean, my point kind of slipped away there, but Natsuko glances around. Mateo isn't here. What the? Where is he? Where is he? I've been wondering that as well. Do you know anything about where he might be? I haven't heard anything. Raven? I cease picking cookies out of my teeth for a moment and look over at Satori. What? Have you seen Mateo today? Fortunately for me, I have not. It's not like him to be late. He's usually quite punctual. Oh, calm down. He probably just had something to do today. Or someone. Okay. I've already checked out of the conversation and gone back to licking cookie crumbs off my teeth. Maybe Mateo has a, you know. Satori winks and nudges me. Mateo has something in it, and apparently I'm to guess what it is. Maybe I should have been paying attention to the conversation. A colonoscopy appointment. Satori gives me a blank stare. Clearly that wasn't the answer he was looking for. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Wow, your ability to flawlessly read social cues is astounding. Shut up. I meant maybe he has a girlfriend? Well, he's pretty probably after all. I wouldn't be surprised. Mateo's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Speak for yourself. Suddenly the door swings open and Mateo rushes inside. Apologies, everyone. I didn't mean to be late. Hope no one was worried. If it makes you feel better, I didn't notice or care. Raven, back again, I see. You won't be getting rid of me that easily. I'm impressed by your determination. Let's see if you can keep it up. Why are you late today? Girlfriend problems? Girlfriend? I don't have... Mateo trails his sentence before scoffing and looking away. I guess he's single. I wonder why that could be. No, that's not the reason I was late. New pose, I see. So, why were you late? Mateo darts his eyes over to me. I thought you didn't care. Oh, I didn't, but talking about it seems to bother you. So now, I'm all ears. Expect him to snap or at the very least ignore me completely. But to my surprise, he gives a little smirk. Well, not that it matters, but my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. How did you not hear the bell? There's the angry glare I was expecting. But for some reason, he reserves it for Natsuko's question. If you must know, I didn't hear it because I was practicing guitar. Ah, that's why there's no... okay. Maybe that explains the OST. Everyone in the room looks a bit surprised by this information. Guitar? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Mateo. Yeah, but guitar? That's weird. I expect you to... I expect someone like you to play a fancy instrument. Yep, yeah, there it is. Mateo rolls his eyes in annoyance. Of course, I play piano. Okay, I've been playing piano since I was 4. I just want to try something different. Okay, so... at least it's still there. That's pretty cool. You should play for us, for all of us sometime. Mateo suddenly looks at me. I will soon, once I get a little better. What the hell is he looking at me for? I didn't even say anything. And perhaps you'll be there as well, Raven. I'd be delighted to play for you if you manage to stay in this club long enough. Mateo smiles sweetly. Why is he being so... his version of nice all of a sudden? Yeah, looking forward to it. You're quite confident about your ability to stay in the club, aren't you? I like that. In that case, I can't wait to show you what I can do. He smiles at me again. There's something oddly suggestive about that smile. He makes me feel a little... I'm excited to see that, Mateo. Good luck to you. Thanks. So, did I miss anything? Satori and I both snap our heads towards Natsuko, expecting him to tattle on us for inhaling his tin of cookies. He eyeballs us for a moment, but in the end, remains silent. I turn back to Mateo. Nope, everything's been normal. I'm sure Natsuko will bring it up to him eventually. I look around. Everyone has already begun to settle in. Yuji's back to his book, and Natsuko wanders back into the closet. Hey, Raven, I'm gonna go grab some supplies from another classroom. Come with me. What are the supplies for? To make posters and stuff for the festival. We're looking for crayons, markers, glue sticks. Crayons and glue sticks? Are we trying to target creative 7-year-olds for our event? We're gonna throw together some macaroni pictures too? Smarty pants. You coming with me or not? Yeah, I'm coming. Great. Hey, Mateo, we'll be back soon. Is that so? Don't you think Raven would benefit from spending some time in here and reading instead? I'm sure I can find her something productive to do. In fact, Mateo grins at me. Jesus, maybe she'd like to help me with some things today. What is it? What is it with this guy? I think that'd be best. Woto. Mateo wants to spend time with me? I can feel my stomach tighten again. I don't know what's gotten to him today. Maybe he finally sees that I'm taking this club seriously. Whatever the case may be, I'm pretty curious to see where this is going. I glance over pleadingly at Satori. Come on, man. Let me see what this jerk has planned for me. But his expression changes. He narrows his eyes as he steps closer to Mateo. Well, with all due respect, Mr. President. Oh, shit. I wasn't exactly asking your permission. What the wait, where is this coming from? I stare wide-eyed at Satori. Where did this come? Yeah! A testosterone I said testosterone. Testosterone. I'm not sure if that's how I'm not really sure if that's how it's pronounced, but anyways, testosterone seems to fill the air as the two of them face off. Satori maintains his cold stare. To my surprise, Mateo is the first to timidly look away. Alright, fair enough. It was only a suggestion anyway. Come on, Raven, let's go. Don't forget the poster paper. Mateo hisses this at Satori as Satori walks out the room. I follow quietly. I think something like this happened in a vanilla game, but it wasn't like this aggressive. Once outside, Satori walks several feet before stopping and covering his face with his hand. I quickly trot to his side. Hey, Satori, you wanna maybe tell me what that was about? He shakes his head. I start to worry. I'm so sorry I had to do that. What do you mean? I could tell you wanted to spend time with Mateo. I'm really sorry I had to ruin that for you, but I need your help. Oh, well, hey, if you need help, I'm always here for you. Forget about Mateo. What do you want from me, buddy? You're the best, Raven. The thing is, Satori looks around suspiciously. Is he trying to make sure no one's listening? He leans in and whispers, I forgot to write a poem last night. What? Again? Oh, for goodness sake, Satori. Hey, I was kind of preoccupied playing video games with you last night. And what about your poem? Oh, you didn't do it last night either. True, but I at least had the foresight of doing it during lunch. Why didn't you? Well, I guess I didn't think of it. Well, that's just great. So, while you're busy throwing together a poem, I'll be the one looking for supplies. That's the plan. You're not mad at me, are you? Of course not. I'm just glad you're okay. Your freak out back there had me a little concerned. I'm sorry. That did get a little more intense than it should have. I'm not sure why, but something about how he said that, it made me want to punch him in the face. I'm a little relieved to hear that I wasn't imagining the high tension between Satori and Mateo a few minutes ago. There definitely seemed to be more to that than just the excuse to get me out the room to help him. That sudden spike of aggression, though. It's okay, Satori. I want to punch him in the face, too. He gives me a little smirk. Curious as I may be, I decide it's best to let it go. Whatever happened back there was probably just a guy thing. What were we even doing for the festival anyway? I mean, how do you make an event for literature? Oh, don't worry. Mateo and I have everything planned out. We're doing a poetry performance. Performance? Like reciting poetry in front of people? Exactly. We're all gonna take turns on stage reading our favorite poems to everyone. Wow, that sounds mind-numbingly boring. Whoa, partner. That kind of excitement sounds like too much for people to handle. I mean, we don't want to distract from the other events of the festival, you know? Okay, first of all, no one thinks they're funny. And secondly, you're not looking at this the right way at all. We're not just reading the poems, we're performing them. So you gotta read the lines like, above my head, the last remaining star beckons to me. I reach up and pluck it from the curtain of the night. I hold the flowing gem to my chest, absorbing its brilliant light. The consequences of my selfish act soon become clear to me. For now, the sky has lost all its dazzling stones. The moon, once surrounded by her children, now floats all alone. And the world is shrouded in darkness because of me. Like that. Wow, you swayed me, Shakespeare. When you perform it that way, it's guaranteed to only put half our audience to sleep. Oh, shut up. You're so uncultured. Come on, man. I can't take you seriously when you talk like that. I mean, it's awesome that you've got so much passion for this. It just feels weird because I'm not used to seeing this side of you. I didn't even know you liked poetry. So hearing you sound so articulate, well, it's kind of oh, don't say things like that. It's embarrassing. But I guess it means I'm doing a good job. You are. And you're right. I am uncultured. But who knows? Maybe the festival will change that. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't know where my my voice is. Yeah. I'll make sure the festival changes us both for the better. Hey, look. Hey, look. One of your favorite rooms, says Tori stops in front of me, in front of one of the empty detention. He chuckles in amusement as he peeks through the window. Well, it doesn't look like your blazer's in here. Of course not. I have it right. Crap. Once again, my blazer is absent from my waist. Maybe you should learn to tie a proper knot. Maybe you should learn to shut up. Satori giggles once again. Wow, so mature of you. Come on, dummy. Let's go. The two of us enter the classroom. Satori wastes no time grabbing a blank sheet of paper from the closet and a pen from his pocket. Alright, I'm gonna get started on my poem. You ransack the closet. Aye, Captain. I start poking around in the closet. I saw a full box of crayons and pulled them down from the shelf. The box is a little heavier than I anticipated. Once the shelf is not is not longer supporting it, the box slips through my fingers. I fumble, attempting to catch it with my other hand. My fingers grip too late and the box bounces off my open palm. A poor attempt to catch it again with my other hand just knocks it further from me. The box loudly crashes to the ground and the crayons roll in all directions. Shit! Hey, what are you doing? I quickly look up at Satori, trying to be cool. What? Nothing. What are you doing? What am I? You know I'm trying to write this poem. So write your poem. No one's stopping you. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you're doing. Do your thing and I'll do mine. Quit making things weird. Jeez. Satori looks at me suspiciously for a few moments before slowly bringing his attention back to his poem. As soon as his head is down, I drop to my knees and begin quickly scooping up the crayons, dumping them haphazardly into the box. The falls caused some of the crayons to break. By the time I'm finished, the box is bursting from the seams and the top no longer closes. Crayons poke out the top and sides. Replace the overflowing box on a desk. There you go. Good as new. Go back in the closet and start reaching for the rest of the supplies. Alright, I'm pretty sure I found everything. Crayons, markers, glue sticks, poster paper. I even found some little bottles of glitter. I can imagine the festive posters that can be made with this stuff. I'm sure the local second graders will be very impressed. Isn't this a high school? I mean, yeah, it is, but like, does the grade actually go down that far? Well, I know everyone's school is different, but for mine, the lowest grade goes to 6 and the highest is 12. Hey, Satori, I got all the stuff. You done yet? Just 1 second there. Satori holds up his poem, looking it over with a whimsical smile. Perfect, the best poem ever, just like I said it would be. Sweet, let's see it. Walk over. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to click. Walk over and reach for the poem, but Satori quickly pulls it away. He holds it above his head. Hey, what's the deal? You can't see it yet. You have to wait until we share our poems in the club. You serious? I sure am. It wouldn't be fair to the others. Ugh, fine. You're such a goody. Here. Take the supplies, markers, okay. But put them into a box and thrust it into Satori's torso. He quickly supports it with both arms. His fingers clutch his poem beneath the load. Now, when we get into the club room, I'll distract everyone while you take this stuff to your desk. Slip the poem into your bag while they're not looking, okay? Ah, good idea, Raven. It's the only kind I have. Debatable. Oh, what do you know? Let's just go before they come looking for us. We exit the classroom. Oh, okay. Hey, Raven. Yeah? You know, this kind of takes me back to when we were kids. Remember? I followed you everywhere and did everything you said. So yeah, like instead of like Sayori fumbling the bag in the or the box in the vanilla game, it's actually Femsi that does it. Yeah, this kind of goes back to like my point with them ransacking Netsuko, because like normally it's normally like Sayori that would probably do that to Natsuki, but it's both of them. I think maybe it's to make it so like that it's probably like so that the female person is still doing the thing that the female character in the vanilla game did. I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of like the best way I can, so sorry. I followed you everywhere and did everything you said. You'd get us into all kinds of trouble. Also, yeah, again, now the original OST is being used instead of like some like metal cover of it. So, you know, man, that's nice. But you always seem to be able to talk your way out of it. Oh, it's moving. You're so clever and quick-witted. I've always admired that about you. I used to wish I could be just like you. To be honest, I still kind of do. You're the most clever person I've ever known. And even now, all these years later, you're still coming up with plans to get me out of the trouble you got me into the first place. Blush a little at the sentiment and the memories. Satori, I know it's sappy, but I'm really glad we're still best friends. I hope nothing ever changes that, you know? I don't want anything about our friendship to change. Really? I'm the exact opposite. I look forward to change. Huh? But why? Because everything grows, Satori. Just like us. Every day I feel like our bond grows stronger. Our loyalty to each other grows stronger. Our trust. Don't you think? Are we not even closer now than ever? I guess so. Yeah. So you see, our friendship is constantly changing. It only gets deeper and deeper with each passing season. With each rotation of the Earth and with each trip around the Sun. In fact, the only thing I wouldn't change is the inevitability that everything will change. Even that's so poetic. Maybe you should write it down and share it with the club. No, it's not for them. Some poems are just for you and me. Satori suddenly looks at me in a way he never has before. I smile and look away, but I can still feel his gaze linger. His gaze linger. I wonder if something changed just now. We walk back to the club room, the rest of the way in silence. I wonder how far like the supply room is to the club room. We're back! That took longer than I anticipated. I hope you found everything we'll need. Sure did. Sorry it took so long. These teachers really need to learn to organize the stuff in their closets. Quickly make eye contact with Satori and shift my gaze to the back of the room. He picks up on my cue instantly. I'm gonna go set this stuff in the back. Don't trouble yourself, Satori. I'll take it from here. Mateo suddenly reaches for the supplies. Satori gives me a worried look. Time for me to step in. I'll help too. I grab the flimsy crayon box. It's barely holding together. I give it a little squeeze. The box bursts as the same. God damn it. Oops, I'm so sorry. I'm such a clumsy idiot. Actually, wait, I think she did that on purpose. I look at Satori and gesture for him to continue heading to the back of the room. He nods. You help her clean those up, Mateo. I have this. Right. Mateo sinks to his knees and starts picking up the crayons. I do the same. To my surprise, Natsuko and Yuri lay their books down and come help us. As the three of them busily scoop up crayons, I look over at Satori. He sets the supplies on his desk and inconspicuously slips his poem into his bag. He gives me another nod. A mission complete. I smile and continue helping the others collect the crayons. So, Mateo, I know you didn't ask for it, but I also grabbed some bottles of glitter. I figured most people are attracted to shiny things anyway, so it should draw their attention to the posters. That might work, right? That's true. Good idea, Raven. Those are the only kind she has. I guess we do make quite a team. Alright guys, are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should go grab mine. Alright, let's go. Wow, Raven, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding this talent from me. I'm glad you like them, but really, I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good, both yesterday's and this one. Have you really never done this before? You know I haven't. Anyway, you're literally the only one in the club who feels that way. Come on, you're telling me that not even Nat likes your poems? Natsu thought my poems sucked the last time. I can't really see him liking this one any better. Besides, I already know why you like them so much. Why's that? Because whenever I write my poems, I'm thinking about you. Me? But why? Why do you think? We're best friends. We spend a lot of time together. So much time. In fact, that I think we kind of know each other's thoughts sometimes. We have that kind of connection, you know? Raven, can I have this poem? I give a little sigh and soft chuckle. Of course you can, buddy. You can take it home once everyone else sees it. Thank you. It really is a great poem, you know? Alright. No need to make me feel all special about it. I playfully push him. Let me see your poem now. Fine. Here, I hope you like it. I sure will. I mean, I'm sure I will. I wonder if it's like, I don't know if it's gonna be exactly like bottles or have like the same idea. Yeah, same idea. I pop my scalp off the top of my head like the lid of a cookie jar. It's time to clean up, and it's time to clean up in there. Happy thoughts and angry thoughts, all wriggling in the dark crevices of my mind. The happy thoughts are soft and warm. They rub against each other like a bundle of kittens. The angry thoughts are prickly to the touch. The prickles dig into my head and become stuck. The angry thoughts are mean to the happy thoughts. They never get along. So I pluck out the happy thoughts. Since the angry thoughts are way too strong, I put the happy thoughts into bottles. Okay, where they stay safe and sound. I keep them all up on a shelf for when my friends come into town. The angry thoughts get stronger. The prickles then grow longer. Angry thoughts, in my head they glow. The happy thoughts, they tingle. Their numbers begin to dwindle. Happy thoughts. In bottles all in a row. Night after night, more dreams. Dream after dream, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Searching all the nooks and crannies. The angry thoughts eventually die. But when they do, they become hard and cold. I don't like the way they feel. Sad thoughts, forever embedded in my mind. Dust settles into my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. I check my head, but find no more. My friends look through my locked front door. I open the door, and in they come. Do they really want my bottles that bad? I pull them down from the shelf and give them to each one of my friends, each one of my bottles. But when I let the bottles go, they slip out my hands and shatter in the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. Angry thoughts, banging on my door. Sad thoughts, eating at my core. My friends are yelling, pleading, and my heart is pounding, bleeding. I want the angry thoughts to go away. I want the happy thoughts instead. All I hear are the sad thoughts, going echo on repeat inside my head. Damn. You know, it's been a while since I've read like the original poems too, so it's gonna explain this mod to get like a refresher. Holy crap, Satori, I can't believe you wrote this. Oh, of course I did. You were there when I wrote it. I told you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever. I look at the poem over and over again. I lower my eyebrows. The poem's beautiful, but also a bit concerning. Can I ask you a question? Sure. What happens when the cookie jar is empty? What do you mean? I look at the poem again. Each time I read it, I grow increasingly worried. Okay, so I guess the MC isn't as dense as the other MC. That's kind of mean, but like, because like, assuming this is gonna happen like the vanilla game, the MC, at least the FemC here, she's kind of like, she had like some sort of idea, and that Satori has depression, and like she realizes it earlier. I don't know if I'm reading too much into this, but I do feel the need to address my concern. Yeah, yeah. So I was kind of right. I decided to choose my words carefully. Satori, I need you to promise me something. Oops. Anything. I need you to promise me that if your cookie jar ever runs out of happy thoughts, you need to tell me so I can refill it. Aw, that's sweet. Will you do that for me? Come on, don't read too much into it. It's just a poem. There's a lot of feelings in this one. Feelings that make me think that maybe some of those happy thoughts should stay where they are instead of being put into bottles. Don't you think? Okay, I get it. Geez, sometimes I think you worry about me too much. Well, of course I do. You're a precious cinnamon bun who needs to be protected at all costs. I take immediate delight in embarrassing him. Hey, I'm not! I can't help but giggle a little. Jeez, that's enough. Why do you always have to ruin our moments by saying something dumb or weird? He says that, but he can't help but break into a small smile anyway. You love me for being dumb and weird. Admit it. He tries to hold back, but he finally relents and shows me a big smile. Fine, you win. In any case, you seem really passionate about your writing. I love this poem. It shows. Well, I'm glad. I look at the poem one more time before I hand it back to him so he can finish sharing it. Remember what I told you. I will. Alright, that's how we go with Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Raven. Your skills are already improving. You really think so? Wow, thanks, Yuri. That means a lot coming from you. It's nothing. I tried to inspire my fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry too much if it feels like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You needn't be afraid to be a little more daring. How can I do that? Well, metaphors can go a long way. Coming up with clever, beautiful metaphors is super challenging for me. It doesn't have to be. Writing shouldn't be a robotic activity. The secret is just to let your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you can see and hear. That's the one way to truly enable your reader to see inside your mind. Huh?
I'll make hamburger.
Oh, okay, thanks. When you think about it, it's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thank you for sharing that with me. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and hands me his poem. Phoenix. Oh, sorry. Mortal flame tearing through the sky. Resplendent, aristocratic inferno, spreading her smoldering wings, destruction. Fearless, I hold out my arm. I see the beauty. The phoenix perches. Oh. Instead of using a raccoon, it's a phoenix. It hurts, but I will heal. The phoenix seeks me out. I'm her only friend. I embrace her. Her warmth enfolds me, searing. My beast, my desire, my passion. Yeah, this is definitely about self-harm. Though, to be fair, so was Yuri's poem about the raccoon. The phoenix can never be tamed. The sun is where she dwells. But when I hold out my arm and call, she comes to me and ignites my soul once more. Interesting takes. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. So, what's this poem about? Well, I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Yeah, the sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Like, what kind of hobbies? Well, that's not important at the moment. Perhaps you'll discuss it another time. It's fine. I'm sorry for prying. I was just curious. I understand how it can be embarrassing to talk about what many might consider an unusual interest. Do you have any of your own, Raven? Well, it depends on what the definition of unusual is. What's normal for me might be considered weird for someone else, you know? That's true. That's why people should respect each other's individuality rather than make fun of them for it, even if it's difficult. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. Sorry, I'm just ranting a bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. In fact, you're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, even breaking up fights. There really aren't a lot of people like you, Raven. Yuri, sorry, it's just how I feel. I never thought I'd be so comfortable sharing my writing. but now I look forward to it. It's a nice feeling, and thank you for that. Yuri smiles at me sincerely. You always gotta save Mateo for last. Well, I can't say it's any worse than your last poem, but it's not really much better either. Whatever guilt I was feeling for eating all his cookies has completely dissipated. Well, at least it's not a total train wreck, so that's good. You don't offer any compliments, but you sure do like to dish out the critique, don't you? Well, that's what it means to be a pro. Every critique I offer is based on my own experiences as a writer. Listen to my advice and maybe one day he'll be good as I am. Did he just take my critique of him as a compliment? Man, I just can't win with this kid. Actually, you know what? This kind of reminds me of Satori's poem from yesterday. Oh, yeah? Yep, but it's to be expected. You've been friends for so long that you're probably on the same wavelength. You're a lot alike, the two of you. Just a couple of dorks. That's a fair assessment. I actually have no argument. He's right. Well, I don't get it, but if it works for you, whatever. Anyway, here's my poem. Okay, I like where this is going. So there's this guy who's in my class. Trevor is his name. While everyone thinks he's cool, I think Trevor's lame. Although he does like comic books and can slam dunk a basketball. I found out that Trevor likes to play with Barbie dolls. It's hard to wrap my head around why he's got so many friends. They speak so highly of him and praises never end. Trevor this and Trevor that, from the classrooms to the halls. I wonder what they think of him if they knew about his dolls. One day, Trevor came to me and smiled at me fondly. I grimaced and I backed away because I didn't want his doll germs on me. But his intent was friendly and he invited me to the mall. I went to check out the babes while Trevor bought a doll. I don't care that Trevor's kind or that he has a brilliant mind. Holding open doors, cleaning spills from floors, helping feed the poor, ending all the wars, shield your wives and hide your daughters because Mr. Perfect can walk on water. Yes, he's smart and sure he's fun. No, he's not hurting anyone. Well, I hate to burst your bubble and I hate to hurt your feelings, but I also hate that Trevor douche. I hate that Trevor douche will with every fiber of my being. Someday I'll break my silence about Trevor's love for dolls. I'm gonna let his secret out. I'm gonna tell him all. Yeah, this is probably why I like Natsuki's poems. And because all of them have followed the same. Well, not the exact same thing to a T, but they follow the same idea, and so that's why I liked all of them. But like, maybe because I'm biased, but because Natsuki's my favorite Doki, that's probably why I like this poem. Not bad, right? I reread the poem a couple times, nodding to myself, and also it's just like a good, kind of like the message. Like the message is pretty good. Like, oh, this guy it's like hating on someone just because of they have a different opinion. Like, and even if it's like they like the same stuff as you, but this one thing is like hating them for this one thing that doesn't align with you, but everything else does. Stupid. I reread the poem a couple times, nodding to myself. I think I get it. The message in this poem is: don't be a jerk and judge someone for their weird hobbies. Am I right? What? No. Are you serious? Oh, geez. And here I thought I made the message pretty straightforward too. Oh, do I really need to explain it? Huh? So Trevor and his dolls aren't an analogy for you and your comic books? Gosh, you're such a dummy sometimes. My face burns with embarrassment. Oh, I thought you were using a simple analogy to tackle complicated issues. I did, but you missed the point entirely. Alright, let me explain. See, sometimes we come across people that annoy the hell out of us. They could be the sweetest person in the world, but be talented, super smart, whatever, right? But like, no matter how cool that person may be, there's just something like them that rubs us the wrong way. That subject of the poem literally has no reason to hate Trevor. They don't even know why they hate him. They're just annoyed by everything he does. We know why the subject hates Trevor. It's because they're jealous of him. And jealousy makes people do some pretty immature things. Don't you see? The subject doesn't really care that Trevor plays with dolls. They're just trying to find anything to nitpick about him in order to try and justify their contempt. Message here is, yes, you will get annoyed with perfectly harmless people, but instead of trying to fuel your hatred by fighting the one thing wrong with the person who annoys you, you need to focus more on people's good qualities in order to get yourself out of this mindset born of envy. I mean, you can't just hate someone because they happen to be good at things you're not good at. Okay, so no, I was right, but maybe I just misread what Raven said. And so is Raven gonna say something like, isn't that what I said? Right? I'm a little taken back by Natsuki's message. It's a lot deeper than I thought, but after giving the poem one more look, I finally catch on. It's actually a pretty good poem. Hey Raven, I do agree with you on one thing. I think people need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Okay, so Same idea. Right. I think so too. Yuri actually wrote something about that today. Did you say Yuri? Yeah, okay, yeah. Because I remember in Natsuki, like in the vanilla game, Natsuki Yuri did say, like, try to, like, write poems that have, like, the same general idea. Yeah, he said his poem was about an unusual hobby of his. He said people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those kinds of things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri is pretty weird. So it's not surprising that he has weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I wouldn't judge him or anything. Natsuki thinks to himself for a moment. Maybe I should try to take it easy on him, since he's insecure about his odd behaviors and everything. I mean, I hate it when people make me feel insecure. And while Yuri did make me feel insecure yesterday, the way you put it makes it sound like he's learned his lesson. I think so. And even though his writing style is very different, I'm sure he'll appreciate the message in your poem. Well, I don't write unless there's a good message to take away from it. It's what I do best, after all. My poems don't just make you feel emotions. It helps you learn what those emotions are in a simple and fun way. Maybe I can teach Yuri a thing or two from today's poem. It definitely taught me something. Ha, good. Hold on, maybe I can teach Yuri a thing or two from... Ha, good, because tomorrow's poem is gonna be even better, so look forward to it. And Mateo, let's go. Hi again, Raven. How's the writing going? It's going fine. Good, you're applying yourself. That's what matters. I'm trying. Let's see if trying is paying off. Show me what you wrote for today. Sure, here you go. I hand Mateo my poem. Another Satori poem? Well, aren't you two the dynamic duo? Well, we are pretty dynamic, and there's two of us. Witty, as usual. He hands me back my poem. You spend a lot of time with him, don't you? Even in the club, you two are inseparable. It's sweet. Almost nauseating. I know it's none of my business, but would it kill you to hang out with anyone else? Hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink. I mean, if you spend time with other members in this club, there may be a change or even an improvement in your writing style. I'm just saying. Oh, we're talking about my writing. I mean, of course we are. Well, I guess. Because right now, I feel like you're just piggybacking on Satori's personal style. Wait, what? That's not what I'm doing at all! Haha, relax, I'm just teasing. Dude, you scared me there. I mean, sure, you could stand to spend some time with the rest of us. I raised a suspicious brow. Oh, what's wrong, Mateo? You're never this flustered. We're definitely not talking about my writing anymore. But your style is different enough from Satori's to be your own. So that's good. Anyway, you ready to read my poem now? I'm quite proud of how this one turned out. Yeah, let's have a look. Play me. Your colors, though bright and beautiful, blind me. Red, green, blue. They flash, expanding across the universe. They won't stop. Your noise is endlessly meaningless. It squeaks violently, screeching across time, piercing through my ears, since sine, cosine, tangent, an endless cacophony of grating waveforms, like dragging a fork across a dinner plate, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Quit me. What the? And I thought Yuri's poem was weird. We just gotta give Mateo time until he breaks the fourth wall. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? You're not a fan of that style? Oh, I do like it. I just never really seen anything like it before. I guess you can say it's very unique. Thank you. I do like standing out in a crowd. It's no different when it comes to my writing. Is this one also about your epiphany? Well, sometimes asking what a poem's about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Isn't interpretation up to the Anyway! Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even about writing? I'm not even talking about. I glance around nervously. Who the hell is he even talking to? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Hey, I didn't get to read that! Alright, guys. Sure, man. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if all of you could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? It is. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? I mean, it's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much, boys. We're gonna keep it simple. And we won't need more than a few decorations. So Tori's been working on posters, and I've been designing pamphlets we can give out during the event. Well, that's great and all, but what exactly are we doing for our event? Haven't you heard? We're gonna be performing. Performing? Mateo! Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. And the cool part is, we're gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Tori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Tori points to the poster he'd been coloring, which he had pinned to the wall. Are you kidding me? You haven't started putting those up anywhere, have you? Actually, I have. Do you have a problem with that? Jeez, you should talk to us about this first. I'm not performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuko. You should have consulted us before making a decision like this. Now, you two listen here. Mateo, try to understand where they're coming from. Remember, Nat and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud in front of a group of people like that. I guess we kind of overlooked that. Well, I'm really sorry, but I still think we should at least try. We're responsible for the fate of this club. All of us. If we each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Don't you want to inspire others to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. All it's gonna take is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. I know you're all capable of that at least. Natsuko and Yuri remain silent. Tori looks worried. Mateo can be really careless about the other's feelings sometimes. I can't help but feel that in a way he's right this time. I think what he's trying to do is like what FMC said last time is like if I'm gonna learn how to be a better writer, you two have to be better leaders. I think that's what I don't know if he's like trying to be careless because like even we agree with or at least FMC agrees with him, but like I feel like he's also trying to be like a better leader, like FMC said. I guess that leaves me no choice. I say kudos to Satori and Mateo for trying so hard to get new members. The least the rest of us can do is set an example. Count me in. Mateo quickly glances in my direction and smiles in approval. Well, I guess. Natsuko is clearly out of arguments. Alright, fine, I'm in too. Awesome. How about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone's expectant faces. I guess I don't have a choice. Yes, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Way to be a drama queen, Yuri. Anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to recite a poem in front of all of us. Any poem you want. Doesn't have to be the one you wrote. It could be good practice. What now? Mateo, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite a poem in front of us, how do you expect to do it in front of a group of strangers? I don't know. There's no way I'll go first. Once again, my mouth speaks before my brain can react. All eyes are instantly on me. Alright, Raven. Well now, aren't you all fired up? I was gonna start us off, but if you're feeling confident, go on ahead. I will. I have an idea that I think will help. I flew through my phone for something to recite as the guys all take their seats. I stand at the front of the room. A smirk creeps across my lips when I find what I'm looking for. This should do the trick. Alright, gentlemen, this is a piece by a famous author named Theodore Geisel. I'm sure you're familiar with his work. Yeah, here we go. I hope this works. I start reading out aloud. Within a few moments, Satori and Natsuko start giggling. A smile spreads across Yuri's face, and I can see his chest heave with laughter that he tries desperately to suppress. What did this girl plan? The piece is full of crazy tongue twisters, which I tried to recite without stammering, and managed to complete the entire thing without tripping over the words. By the time I finished, Natsuko and Satori are starting and having the tears in their eyes. Yuri has even managed a few funny lines that reverberate throughout the room. I look at Mateo and shrink back a little. He doesn't look amused in the least by my flawless rendition of Dr. Seuss Box and Socks. What the hell? Raven, I thought you were gonna take this seriously. Hey, lay off her, Mateo. Don't you see what she just did? Huh? Oh, okay. So no, she actually there was some thought behind this. It wasn't just for some goofy haha from what Natsuko said, and even Yuri's tapping in. Raven has really performed something lighthearted and amusing in an attempt to take the tension out the room. And now, Yuri stands up. I'm ready to perform my poem, boys. I call going next. Okay then. In that case, great job, Raven. Damn right, great job. Thanks, Mateo. Just trying to help. Since I continue to underestimate you, you keep surprising me. Mateo smiles at me proudly. Meanwhile, Yuri steps to the front of the room. This poem is called Crimson Dancer. Yuri's voice is deep and commanding as he begins to recite his poem. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that he enunciates with perfect timing. He finishes and everyone's stunned. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone soon follows, giving Yuri the recognition he deserves. Yuri smiles and bows his head in appreciation before returning to his seat. My turn! Natsuko steps out of his seat and scurries to the front of the room. My poem is called Backflip. Yeah, baby! Natsuko takes a deep breath. Once he starts, he seems to grow even more enthused. The poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuko's trademark style, and it actually sounds pretty good when performed out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, giving life to the poem. He finishes and everyone applauds. Thank you, thank you. If you like this one, you'll love what I choose for the festival for the real performance. Well, I guess I'll... Me next! Satori wastes no time flying in the front of the room. The others' poems were all written on sheets of paper. Satori, meanwhile, stands behind the podium, armed with nothing but an ear to grin. This poem is called The Last Star. Satori begins his poem. It's serene and bittersweet like the one he shared today. I listen carefully to the words. Thankfully, it's not as concerning as the other one, but it definitely makes me see Satori in a whole new light. He finishes and we applaud once again. Woo! Yeah, baby! Thanks, Raven. Very nice, Satori. But next time, try to recite your work with a little more enthusiasm as well as a little more force. That general delivery of yours requires a little more grit. I frown a little. Why is Mateo picking on Satori all of a sudden? It seems to bother me more than it does him, though. Okay, I understand. I'll practice that at home. I hope you do. Because next time, I'll make you pick a poem that challenges you a lot more. Challenge accepted. Satori cheerfully takes a seat. I bite the inside of my cheek. Why did Mateo's critique annoy me so much? Mateo finally takes his turn at the front of the class. This poem is called Do Not Disturb. Mateo begins his recitation. His clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, his inflection is pristine. He knows exactly how to put emotion behind each line he recites, bringing the words to life. There's no way he hasn't done this before. I look around me. Everyone seems to be in awe. Finally, he finishes. The four of us applaud. Mateo smiles. That was amazing, man. Great job. Thank you. It was very good. But I'm glad Raven went first to lighten the mood. I wouldn't have wanted to read mine at all if we had to follow Mateo. How do you feel about having to do this in front of a group of strangers, Natsuko? Well, I think it'd be easier than doing it in front of you guys. I can put on whatever face I want in front of other people, but when it's just you all, it's a little embarrassing. It's the other way around for me. Well, I'm proud of all of you for doing this. You did very well. Might be hard, but now that you have an idea of what it's like, you'll do fine. Make sure to pick a poem and get in enough practice before the festival. Satori and I will be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. And Raven? Don't worry, I'll pick a real poem for the festival. I just wanted to break the ice and make everyone feel comfortable. I know, and it worked. So feel free to recite any poem you'd like. I trust your performance will be entertaining regardless of what you perform. Your efforts are showing, Raven. It pleases me greatly that you're applying yourself. Happy to help. Alright guys, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out perfectly so far, so let's keep it up. We'll finish planning for the festival tomorrow and we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Don't lose your nerve. I can't wait. We can do this. It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. I stand up. I'm a little more enthusiastic about the festival now. Not as much as Satori or Mateo, but I'm excited to see how things turn out. For the sake of the club, I'll do my best. Ready to go, Satori? Yup! Look at you two, always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Satori blushes. Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Being able to do everything with someone. Come on, we don't do everything together, right, Raven? I could say no and be done with it, but I simply can't resist. Tell me about the time we... What the hell? Well, it wasn't a shower! It was a bath! God! Satori's... You know, it's usually the MC that's like in this position, and Sayori be like, no, it's fine. But now it's Satori in this position, and Femsi's like, let's get his ass. let's play this game now. Satori's face turns bright red after realizing what he just said. I just realized that, like, it's like, he's like, yeah, Beth is just like, oh, no, never mind, we're sorry. It's like as of like, that's completely like not as, I don't know, romantic as a shower. Etsuko quietly clasps both hands over his mouth, snickering. Yuri smirks and laughs gently. Mateo rolls his eyes and chuckles himself. I mean, look, we were little kids, okay? Yeah, okay, there you go. It happened a long time ago. It happened 2 weeks ago. Well, look at the time. We gotta go. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. What the hell, Femsi? Walk home with Satori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot has already changed. But today, Satori's been a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Satori, you alright? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was spacing out again. Oh, good. Thought for a second you were mad at me for that thing I said before you left. Well, thanks for telling them that, by the way. What? You trying to ruin your chances with one of them? Oh, they know I was joking. You better hope they do. Anyway, that's not what I was thinking about. I was actually thinking about something from earlier. So, let's just say that one day Mateo asks to walk home with you. What would you do? What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? I'm just curious. Yo, we're going with... Where's my mouse? We're going with Satori, bro. Satori, I wouldn't ditch you for anyone. But he's so charming. So, you walk home with him. Jeez, you know that's not what I mean. It's just... That was our goal in the first place, right? I know what we're trying to do here. But I'm not going to disregard you in the process. And I'm not going to take something that's our thing and do it with someone else. I'm a better friend than that. Give me a little more credit. You're silly, Raven. Mateo would deserve it if he wanted it so. I like to think I decide who deserves to walk home with me, thank you. And I've already made up my mind. Yeah, I guess you're right. We split off at our junction. I watch him leave and I'm left feeling awkward and concerned. Why does it feel like Satori's starting to regret helping me? I hope it doesn't occupy his mind too much. I'd hate for him to make himself sad over it. So yeah, like the FMC is like more aware of this of how Satori's feeling over MC. Like, I mean, I think because again, it's been a pretty long while since I played the vanilla game. But like I'm pretty sure like the MC only realizes this like when Sayori outright says it. But like for FMC, like maybe it doesn't click. I mean like instantly, but like she has the hints. So maybe like when she finds out, she'll be like, oh god, I was right all along, I wish I wasn't right, or something like that. That's just speculation. The festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time. Poem time? Nice. Baby, you're a firework. Bubbles. I don't want a disaster. A waterfall. How about a crimson? If I don't even know what that word is, but I picked it. Oh, bunny? Yeah, definitely. Extraordinary. Girl. Arousal. Ooh. Precious. Playground. Heaven sent. Vivacious. Inferno. Parfait. Domination. Vacation. Starscape. The marshmallow again. Strawberry. Boob. Pajamas. Okay. I'm actually gonna have to end it off here. Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna have to end it off here. So, thank you all. So, that has been Doki Doki Switcheroo for now. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.